Alright, so the first thing that I do is I add vitamin E to my under eyes. The next thing I do is I take my foundation. I use Clinique Perfectly Real makeup. I've been using it for a really long time, and I just like how it goes on my skin, and I like how well it matches my skin tone. I don't use a lot. This is as much as I use. Well, I probably use a little bit more, and I put it on different spots of my face, mostly on the spots that I want to be covered, and I just rub it in like a lotion. And I make sure I get under my chin and around my neck, just so I don't have any lines going on. Put some on my forehead, not much, and I blend it up into my hairline. You can add more wherever you feel you may need it. Okay, the next thing I do is I take my highlighter. I jump into it right away. I use this palette. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was like $12. It has everything you would ever need. I would recommend everyone getting one. And as you can see, the color that I use the most is this one right here because it's pretty sloppy. Sometimes I use the yellow one, but I find that that is kind of too bright for my skin. So we're going to take the one that looks kind of scary, and we'll use that. I just rub it onto my finger like this, put it onto my eye, I dab it. I like to take it under my eye, down my cheekbone, and across. And I kind of layer this on, so you can start off with a thin layer and work your way up to more coverage. So there, as you can see, I don't know how well my camera's showing you this, but it's going like this. My highlighter's on. I don't know how well you can see that on this camera. Oh, I'm putting some on my nose. If you find that you need more under your eyes, like I said, you just build up to the coverage that you prefer. Okay, I also take whatever's left on my finger from that highlighter and I just take it down my nose. I'm not really big into like having a thin nose, but I know like some people do like to make their nose look thinner because that's what they like. Whatever. After that, I draw on my eyebrows. When I was younger, I used to let my mom pluck my eyebrows, and she would always pluck from the ends and under, and she like plucked the ends so much that they don't even grow in anymore. My eyebrows are so short. I like thick eyebrows. I used to be really into the thin ones, but I've learned now that taking all your eyebrows off causes you to lose hair that you can never get back. I actually tried to do that Monistat challenge, and I was using the Monistat for my eyebrows. I think that it was working, but I'm lazy, and I just stopped using it. The next thing that I'm gonna do is take my eye pot. So my eyes are covered. Okay, once I do that, I get my Naked palette by Urban Decay. Let me grab that. I have to keep disappearing here. Here it is, the Naked palette. And I use Buck always. And I take Buck. I use the brush sometimes that comes with it, or I'll use this brush that I've ordered from Sigma. I actually really like the Sigma brushes. I'm just brushing right now. So this is my Sigma brush. This is the E25 brush. I take Buck. I look into my eyes. I try to find where the shadow naturally forms on my eye without any makeup, and then I draw in Buck. I shade that area in. So here's my shadow, and I'm shading it in. Again, with makeup, it's kind of like painting a picture. You don't want to go in with a brush full of your color. You want to build onto the color. That way you can correct anything if you don't like it without having to start all over. So there we go. That forms some shadow here. I don't know if you can see it that well. Sorry if you can't. Take some more Buck, go into the next eye. Again, you're following the natural shadow that forms on your face with natural lighting. And you follow that shadow. I kind of bring mine out a little bit. I believe that I have slightly hooded eyes, and I've always found it so hard to create makeup looks for this shape, but I'm getting a lot better at it. Okay, so now we have that done. It gives you more definition, more depth to the eye. Now we'll go in and we will add a light color. Again, this is a natural, everyday, quick look. I also use the Naked palette, and I take the color Virgin, and I just put Virgin. I pat it into my corner, onto my eyelid, other eyelid. Once we have those colors on, we're going to blend. Blending is key when it comes to painting, coloring, anything where you are creating something with colors. Blending is always a part that you don't want to skip. You don't want harsh lines. You want everything to kind of flow and look natural. Okay, so there we go. The shadows in my eyes. Now we're going to take a bronzer and highlight under the, we're going to take the bronzer and contour under the highlighted area. The NYX, I don't know, matte bronzer, I take it, and I also take another brush that I ordered from Sigma, a brush that I love, and I just dip the tip into the bronzer. I don't have much makeup on there. I don't know if you can really see how much is on there, but it's just really like at the tip of my brush. Okay, and since we highlighted down our nose area, we're gonna contour the sides. Slightly follow the line that's already made on your nose. You're not really creating anything. You're just following natural lines and shadows that are already on your face. Okay? And then you can put some at the tip of your nose, which gives the illusion of like a more lifted nose. Anyway, and then you want to blend, because you don't want just brown lines on your nose. You can also blend in that bronzer more here. Okay. Okay. So now let's go on to mascara. The first thing you do when you put on mascara is you do curl your lashes. Lashes with this tool right here. You can get these anywhere. Walgreens, Ulta, whatever. I usually clamp it onto my eyelashes and I hold it for like 20 seconds. So let's count to, well, we'll say 10 seconds because we're rushing today. 10 seconds. And then I do the other eye right away. When you look at yourself in the mirror, your eyelashes should look like they've already been lifted with mascara. Now you're going to go in with mascara. I use Clinique. I really like Clinique products. They don't make my eyes water. Okay? I don't know if you can really see, but my eyelashes do look like they're opening up my face. Alright? We're going to do the other eye now. You can blink while you do this. Try to start at the root of your eyelash. Twirl your brush and blink. Lift those eyelashes. Okay? And then I do another coat on each eye. Okay. For my second coat, I focus on the tips of my eyelashes, separating and causing them to kind of reach further up towards my eyebrows. And if you want to, you can also put mascara on the bottom. It's all about preference here. I don't. Normally I'll put like nothing there if I don't really want to. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll add a blush. Blush is optional. I like to add a blush. It just gives an overall warm look to the entire face. So I'm going to grab my blush. This blush is by NYX again, and it's in the color of Mocha. Okay, you can get that at, I keep saying okay. And I have a blush brush that I use. This is by Eco Tools. I'm sure I got this from Ulta. And I just take a little bit because again, we always start with only a little and we build up if we want more. I put some on my nose, I put some in the middle here, I put some on my chin. I want a little bit more. I like it to blend into that bronzer that I have. I don't know if you can really see. Okay, after that we're going to blend in that blush and that bronzer and that highlight. But before we do that, we're going to add an illuminating bronzer, which is another form of highlighting. And this one is also by NYX. So I put some on the brush. I'm just going to look under my eye, look up, pat it on there. Right under the eye. Okay, other side. You can also put it down your nose, on your forehead. on your chin. And again, once you finish with all of that, you want to blend it all together. Oh, wrong brush. That was my brush. I don't really set any of my foundation with the powder. I probably should. But throughout the day, when I feel like my makeup is moving, I just take my finger and I like rub it back in. It's like you can readjust your makeup all day because it's just moving all over your face. We're done pretty much with the face. Now we can move on to the lips. Lip color is always fun because it just pulls the entire look together, and it can be a reflection of the way you may be feeling that day. The color that I'm looking for right now, of course, is not in here, so I have to use a different color. And I usually like blend lipsticks and lip glosses together, so I'm going to be using NYX Harmonica. This is like a frosty pink that doesn't really look right on me. See, it comes on white. That's okay because we're gonna cover that color with a different color. And I'm gonna take NYX Dolly Pink, and I'm gonna go over that. Giving myself this white canvas will make this color show up much better, this Dolly Pink color. So we're gonna take it, put it on, and then there you go. Your makeup is complete. You have a bronzer, highlighter, eyeshadow, lip color, everything. And you can head out the door. At this point, my hair is still wet. I usually get in the car and I drive to work. I let all the windows down, and after that I just let my hair dry. When I get to work, I fluff it, crunch it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.